Welcome to today's update. Today is September 6th. I am currently in Frankfort, Michigan, and it's been a really exciting day today. Well, first off, it started off really last night, where when we're taking a look at all the weather apps that we have and the weather channels and stuff, it's not really looking like it's going to be a really great day to travel because of wind. Well, during the night, the things changed. And so I'm taking a look at all my weather stuff, and it's saying that it's going to rain. Well, I don't care about rain, and there's not going to be hardly any wind. And so I'm thinking, maybe I want to go ahead and go. So I got together with a couple of the other loopers. We talked about it, and they confirmed that it looked like the wind wasn't going to be bad. So we decided to take off. And so it took off, probably about 9:30 in the morning, which is a lot later than what I normally take off, and headed for Leland, Michigan to refuel or stay, depending on the weather, depending on what the wind was doing. And so when I left Charlevoix, there was no wind. The lake was flat. I was able to get footloose up on a plane. We're doing about 4,800 RPMs, and we are just scooting along. My maximum speed today was 19 miles an hour. I hardly ever do 19 miles an hour. And so we scooted down to Leland, went through some horrendous rain, and I thought I had planned appropriately for that, and for the most part I did, but I kind of messed up a little bit. I put my towels on the back of my boat, hang them on the back of the boat to dry. Well, guess what I forgot to leave, and guess what I left in the back of the boat? The towels. And guess what are soaking wet? The towels. And I remember Linda, one of my friends' wife, Jack, and Jack helped me drive the boat out from Washington, and we had gotten soaking wet one day, putting the boat away, or getting the parking lot. And I remember Linda saying, "Don't do the guy thing and just dry it, wash them." So I decided, well, put together a load of laundry, and here I am at the laundromat in Frankfurt. And so scooted along, got to Leland. It was raining and thundering and lightning, but again, there was hardly any wind. And so I needed to wait for the thunder and lightning to pass before they could pump fuel. And so I was there about 20-30 minutes. During that time, straightened up the cab a little bit, fixed myself lunch, got all that stuff ready, used my time well. And then when she got out there, she filled the tank up. We filled the tank up, and it was still very nice out. And so I headed for Frankfurt, and the first half hour or so was really good. A little bit of sprinkles, hardly any wind, and then the wind began to pick up. The wind probably got up around 11 miles an hour, and my float plan called for me to go out in kind of some of the deep water. Well, that was a mistake. And then the waves were kind of big, probably 3-footers, maybe a little bit more. And that makes for an uncomfortable ride. I got to really work the waves, things of that nature. And so I decided to head inland towards shore, where there's the water's not as deep and there's some protection from the wind. And so I did that, and the waves were a lot less along the shore. Plus, I was able to watch the shoreline. So there's a benefit to that. After all, I wasn't in any big hurry. Now, today's trip was, actually Lewis asked that I begin putting into my updates how much I'm paying for fuel and what I'm paying for slippage, for dockage. Well, I don't have that information today. I still haven't filled up the tank. And I made the reservation on phone. Mark helped me dock, and he actually stayed a little bit later than normal, and so we're going to settle up tomorrow. So tomorrow I can give you an update on both the fuel and how much it cost me to stay here. So anyways, the trip was 85 miles. My average speed ended up being about 9 miles an hour, but again, my maximum was 18 miles an hour. Unbelievably fast. And so today was pretty good. It was kind of fun a little bit being in the rain, kind of reminded me of home a little bit. So, or Washington State. Washington State's not my home anymore, but it was a great day. And so thanks for tuning in. If you're someone that hasn't subscribed yet, please do. And when you do subscribe, click that little bell, and that way every time I upload an update or any other video, you'll be notified. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I went along the Great Bear National Dunes and Great Bear National Lakeside. And those are both national parks that I hope to visit tomorrow. So I might have some information on that for you tomorrow too. So again, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't, and may all your seas be calm.